Anthony Hartwig here with a Perry girls basketball coaches corner. First time we've been able to talk to him this year. Roy Infalvi joins us, and district champion. How's that feel? Let's get it right off the jump. You guys just won a district over West Branch, 38-28. Talk about what that feeling feels like for you as a coach.
Oh, it's a great feeling. I talked to our coach, being excited we are for our players, it just shows like all their hard work and everything that's paid off for them. So for them to kind of get that reward and God and earn that is such a big thing. I'm just so excited for them.
Coach, we've talked to a couple of your players, and they talked about how last year just didn't go the way they wanted to. They were really hungry to kind of get to this spot this year. What have been some of the difference makers in your perspective about changing things around and making this run this season?
Well, with our seniors, we have four seniors, and three of our seniors are captains. I think they, after going here, we had two seniors last year, and our that played, did a lot of really nice things, and I think they learned a lot about leadership and getting the team together. Not that we didn't have leadership last year, but I think they kind of really took to that in the off season and made it a mission to really get the team all together, play together, and be together on and off the court. As the season progressed, we had a mix from freshmen to seniors that are playing varsity and getting big minutes. And it took a little bit of time for that to mesh, but this team, more than probably any other team I had, really plays as a group. They're tight knit. They support each other. Unselfish. They're just as happy for someone else to get the glory shot, to get the big stop, to do the things, and that shows on the floor and in the games. I think especially in the second half of the year, that's really difference for us. The way the cohesiveness and the mesh that they really play.
Coach, we talk about the schedule you put together this year, and it wasn't a perfect season. There was definitely some bumps along the way, but you played really tough teams all season. Talk about how much that little bit of adversity that you faced this year prepared you for the district run that you're on, and it's going to prepare you for the regional round as well.
Yeah, no, that's something that since I've been here is made it a big issue, of initiative to really. We have some good teams in our conference, an independent schedule that against really good teams and really good programs prepare us. And we know, we talk about how we handle adversity is going to tell, what type of team we are and how we're going to play down the stretch and towards it in big games. So that's a big thing. We opened the season with some tough teams this year. Played on the road against Riverside. Richmond Heights is in our conference. They're a really good team. And then right around we played a conference game against Chagrin, who's really went Campfield, Menor, Madison right after that. And Campfield and Madison game, or Campfield and Menor game, but we really competed in nice things. We just didn't put complete games together. And since that point, we kind of started playing together a little bit, playing clean, playing better defense, but putting us in those situations against good teams, but teams that do different things. Campfield plays different than Menor. Down the stretch at the end of the year, we played Rootstown and then Normandy, two styles of play, but we do that stuff with a purpose. So we see different defenses, we see different styles of play. So come tournament time, nothing surprises us. Like we've seen that different offensive set, and having that on the court experience goes away when it comes down to crunch time in a big game.
You have some young players that have made kind of immediate impacts on this team. Some
Yeah,
freshmen that we see on the stat line every time. That's not something that every coach gets, right? You don't always get a freshman that comes in ready to go in first
right.
year. What's it been like for you to see that impact and the readiness of the freshmen this year to be able to be on that level and be on that stage?
Yeah, our freshman post player Emily Beckenbauer, she's done such a phenomenal job for us this year. We slow played her a little bit at the beginning of the year. She didn't get a ton of minutes and it wasn't anything. We just didn't want to throw her in the fire. We wanted to expose her a little bit to some different situations, but she worked really hard at practice, kept getting better and better, and now she plays. The whole second played big minutes for us. But the nice thing too is, I saw Mia Lynch, who got some time last year as a freshman, a little bit. Have those two, put sometimes at the same time, sometimes subbing in for one another, has played big dividends. All other sophomores that have come up at big time moments for some big shots. We had situation in our West team. Peyton Winters is a sophomore. She didn't even play in the district semifinal game. Just didn't. She just didn't get in. Didn't have the right matchup for her. She got in a couple different spurts in the West Branch game. Hit a big three in the third quarter for us. So, those girls have taken the opportunities that they've had and really well with it. So I've been really happy with their young players coming in. I credit that to their hard work, um, during practice and outside of, but also with our seniors and our captains have brought them. They know that we need everyone to be successful, and we've embraced them and carried them along, and that made a big difference.
Let's recap that West Branch game that gave you the district championship. The Warriors came in with a 22-2 record. They played extremely good defense all year, like you
Yeah,
guys did. You probably knew in that going into that game it was probably going to be pretty low scoring. How were
sure.
you guys able to just kind of persevere through their defense and the pressure that they put out, and to be able to get through that grind of a game?
Yeah, we're going in. Coach DeShields does a great job. We played West Branch in the semifinals in 2020, the year that they went to the floor. And have seen them at different times, whether it's on film and over the course of the past few years, and then obviously a lot of film this year, our game. So I knew what the style they play. I knew they were going to be fundamental physical defense. So we knew going in it was going to be a battle. It was going to be low scoring. I give credit to our girls too. Like, we watch a lot of film. We do a lot of stuff. And, they knew personnel well. They knew who we had. They knew what we had to do defensively. And they played, I felt like our girls came out and played with that high intensity for 32 minutes and kind of played physical after it, and rebound the ball really well. So, we were just fortunate, execute a couple times offensively, hit a couple shots, and the ball inside at different times throughout the game. And when they inside, we did a good job kicking it out to get a shot. But it was a tough game. We had a nice spurt in the second quarter, which gave us a little bit, and we were able to kind of maintain that for most of the game. We a little bit of a little bit of hiccup, a couple possessions, couple periods, end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth, but we were able to come out of that and couple scores, and really we made some foul shots, going down the stretch fourth quarter, and that made a big difference in the game.
Talk about from a coach's perspective what it's like to let your team celebrate that moment, of course, and let them have that moment, but then get right back into the gym, the next day, or for you guys the next Monday, and hey, it's back to work. We have more to
Yeah,
do. This isn't our last goal. We didn't come here just to win a district championship. Now, how does the mindset kind of turn into, all right, why not get a regional championship?
right. Yeah, I mean, it's winning district championships a big thing. So I wanted to celebrate and kind of cherish that moment. So, we talked after the game, you know, right away before we cut down the nets and stuff. I said, enjoy it. Like, these are opportunities that you're not guaranteed to get. Like, that's a mission we want to get every year. But you have accomplished. So, I told them to enjoy it. We gave them Sunday off. We probably 12, 13 days in a row, just because of the schedule worked out and our district semifinal game being on a Tuesday after sectional final Saturday. So they need a little bit of downtime on Sunday. Give them Sunday off. Well, we said, hey, you come in Monday morning. It's our focus is on Laurel, and we have a mission ahead of us. We're not done. We're not. We enjoyed that win. It's a big championship, but we're not satisfied with that. And they came in Monday with a great mindset. We had a really good practice and film session yesterday. Same thing again today. So I have no doubt that there's going to be a hangover or anything. Um, so I think we're going to be ready, and we're going to come out with intensity, and we're going to play hard.
I always like asking coaches this when after they win a big game. How long did it take you to move on to Laurel? Like how much time did you give yourself to celebrate before you were watching film?
Well, I got off the bus and went home and started watching film.
Immediately, right
you know,
there.
it's kind of one of those things where it's, I don't get me wrong, like I enjoyed it, like, and
Hmm.
I'll do more of the more enjoying
Yep.
part of it, when the year ends. Hopefully we have some more time. But I don't want to leave any stone unturned. My staff's the same way. I know Coach Austin, my varsity assistant, and my father assistants. Um, you know, by the time we were pulling back into school, we were out different things that coach Infalvi Senior did advanced scouting stuff on Laurel, so we talked about that on the way home, and in the film, and I spent that nice Saturday doing that, and Monday I want to make sure we have every opportunity and we're prepared, and um, that's a job of a coach. So
Hmm.
I'll enjoy it a little bit more when it's all looking back to it. But I wanted the girls to enjoy it, though. I didn't want them thinking ahead until we got back Monday.
Regional semifinal tomorrow night against Laurel. What are some things that you see on film from Laurel? What are some obstacles that you think they present, and what's it going to take for Perry to get a win in the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse tomorrow?
Yeah, they're a really good team. Their record does not indicate how good they are. They play a murderer's row schedule. They play big time teams. So their schedule is not indicative of, or I'm not indicative of how good they are. They're good. They have a great, um, really good scorer, number 24 for them. She does taking the ball to the basket, but even on the defensive end, she creates a lot of havoc, creates a lot of turnovers in the transition. They have a couple knockdown shooters outside, so if you focus stopping her, stopping the drive, they can kick it out and hit some threes. A little bit of size to get some rebounds and some dump downs. So we have our work cut out for us. But we've repped against different things. I think the key for us is to be able to kind of control the ball offensively, not give them looks on turnovers. We got to protect the ball a little bit. We got to use our size. I think nice size. I wouldn't say big advantage, but a little bit. I think we can get the ball inside. Work from inside out a little bit more. But I think we need to protect the ball, to make every shot that they take something that they have to earn. So we don't want to give them easy. Definitely not around the basket, but we also want to be able to contest their outside. I think if we protect the ball offensively and not give them easy points, I think we'll be okay, because I think defensively we'll do some really and we've been rebounding the ball really well. That needs to be something we continue to do. But I do think it's going to be a tight game, and I think it's going to come who executes the best, who wins some of those 50-50 balls, those loose rebounds, and who has some better possessions offensively.
Coach, we're excited for you guys to go down there. Hopefully we can get a win, and if it works out, we can get an all YSN regional final. If you and Canfield meet each other, then we can be guaranteed
that'd be awesome.
a member of the YSN family to be in state. So we'll be down there. We'll be watching you guys, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon. Thank you so much for your time today, talking to us about your season, and good luck again in the regional semifinals. And once again, we hope to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure coming on. Thanks for the invite. I really appreciate it.
You got it, Coach.